Okay, so elective is IWT Industrial Waste Treatment. Okay. So in previous lecture we discussed about the different module of IWT. Okay, so the module one that is the basic idea about the industrial waste. So what is the characteristics of industrial waste? Then what are the effect of disposal of waste into natural water bodies and municipal sewers on land? Then what is the stream standard and effluent standard? Okay. Second module is based on the sampling and analysis of industrial waste. Then treatability study, good housekeeping, biocide test and population equivalence, some definitions regarding this waste. Okay. Next, module number 3, that is stream sanitation, that is the effect of disposal of industrial waste. Okay, then what is self purification of natural stream? Then what is BOD equation? What is a Streeter-Phillips equation? Then what is deoxygenation curve? What is reoxidation curve? Oxygen sac curve. Okay. Next, your model number 4, that is the treatment of industrial waste, the general treatment of industrial waste, which include the neutralization, equalization, then modification of conventional methods, then biological treatment methods, then dewatering of sludges, then operation of sludges like flotation, vacuum filtration, centrifugation, filter press, membrane filter, and other advanced treatment method for industrial waste. So model number 5, that is the nothing but the manufacturing process of industries and the different characteristics of effluent industries and different treatment methods for that industrial waste. Okay, so this module include 7 industries, and we are going to discuss the different process by its manufacturing process, different characteristics of that wastewater, and what are the treatment methods available for the treatment of that particular industrial waste. Okay. First one is sugar, that is a sugar industry, sugarcane industry. Okay, so what is the manufacturing process of sugar? Then what are the sources of sugar waste? Then what are the characteristics of waste and how to treat that sugar industry waste? Second industry, that is distillery industries. Next, pulp and paper industries. Next, cotton industries. Next, dairy industries, tannery and electroplating. Okay, so these all 7 industries which include in model number 5. Model number 6, that is CETP, Common Effluent Treatment Plant, which is used for the treatment of industrial waste. Then EI, Environmental Impact Assessment, and E, Environmental Audit. Okay, so this term which include in module number 6. Okay, so this about the content and module and submodule of IWT. Okay, industrial waste treatment. So we are going to revise some basic term which we already discussed in wastewater engineering. Okay, so the first term, that is the industrial wastewater. Okay, so as its name indicates, industrial wastewater, it is nothing but it is a wastewater we generate from the different industries, okay, or from the industrial areas. Okay. So due to the operation or due to processes of industries, maybe manufacturing process and production process, these industries produce different types of wastewater, and this wastewater is called as industrial wastewater. Okay. So these industrial waste is very toxic and more polluted as compared to the domestic and commercial wastewater. Okay. And these all industrial waste which affect on normal life as well as the natural stream and river or lake when we are going to dispose into the water bodies. Okay. So these industrial wastewater are generally much and more polluted than domestic and commercial wastewater, and if they are directly discharged into the receiving water bodies, it may be result into discoloring of water, then foul smell, then killing of aquatic life, and apart from making the water unfit for various other purposes. Okay, so we can't use that water for agriculture purpose, for drinking purpose, for industrial purpose. Okay, why? That going to be change the color of that water. That going to be change the odor of water. Okay, and all different characteristics and qualities that will to be changed after disposal of harmful industrial waste into that water. So, the industries are therefore generally prevented by the laws from the discharging their untreated effluent into water bodies. Okay. So, each and every industry should treat their effluent into the effluent treatment plant, and after that, they need to dispose that effluent into the water bodies, or either they can dispose over the land. Okay. So this collection of wastewater from the different industries and giving the treatment of the effluent, and after that that effluent is discharged on the land or natural stream or rivers or lake as per the availability of disposal point. Okay. So two terms which are related here. The first one is the ETP, that is effluent treatment plant, and second term is CETP. Okay, so what is mean by ETP and what is mean by CETP? Okay, so before that we are going to discuss this term. So first, industrial wastewater, it is nothing but the wastewater we generated from the industries due to the process and operation in industries. The night soil, it is term that used to indicate human and animal excreta. Sanitary sewage, that sewage is term that waste which collected from the public building, from the residential areas, from the institutional buildings. Okay, so this totally called as sanitary sewage. Next, sewage, it is nothing but the wastewater. Okay. So that is domestic wastewater, it is called sewage, and it's sewage which include the wastewater from the sewage, that is the wastewater from the kitchen, bathroom, wash basin, toilets, urinals, latrines. Okay, so this totally wastewater is called as sewage. Okay, and that sewage is also termed as wastewater which collected from the residential area, from the commercial area, and from the domestic area. Stormwater, it is nothing but that indication of the rainwater of the locality. Okay, so that is called as stormwater. Sewer, the sewer which is pipeline which is used for the transportation of sewage. Okay, so sewer, it is an underground conduit or drain through which sewage is carried out at the point of discharge or disposal. Okay, so for the transportation of wastewater, we are going to use the pipeline that is called as conduit. That conduit is called as sewer. Okay, so there are three types of sewer system are commonly used for the sewage collection. So separate sewer are those which carry the household sewage separately and industrial waste separately. Okay, that means we can't mix industrial waste into the household waste or domestic waste. So it is important, or it's need to transport the industrial waste separately, and we need to transport the domestic waste separately. Okay, so it is not possible to mix industrial waste into domestic waste. Okay, that going to change the characteristics of domestic waste. Okay, because why, this domestic waste characteristics is too much different from the characteristics of the industrial waste. Okay, and industrial wastewater is much and more polluted and harmful than the domestic wastewater. Okay, so that's why for the transportation of industrial wastewater we are going to use the separate sewer for the transport. So for the transportation of domestic sewage, we are going to use a separate sewer, and for the transportation of industrial waste, we are going to use a separate sewer. So as name indicates, separate sewer. So separate sewer for the transportation of industrial waste and separate sewer for the transportation of domestic waste. Okay. Next, stormwater drain. So stormwater sewage, which is used to carry the rainwater from the roofs and street surface, and the next one is combined sewers. So combined sewer are those which carry both the sewage and stormwater combined. Okay, so when we are going to use a single sewer for the transportation of sewage and stormwater, that is called as combined sewer. And that combined sewer which is used for the transportation of sewage as well as stormwater in a single conduit. Okay. Next, house sewer, or also you can say the drain, which is used to discharge the sewage from a building to the street sewer. So the waste which collected from the house which transfer into the street sewer, that is called as house sewer. Next, lateral sewer. So lateral sewer is a sewer which collects the sewage directly from the household building. Next, branch sewer or sub-main sewer is a sewer which receives the sewage from a relatively small area. Okay. The next one is a main sewer, which is a sewer that receives the sewage from many branches and sewers and then transfer to the disposal facility or the treatment facility. Okay. So next, that is what the sewage treatment plant. Okay, so sewage treatment plant is a facility designed to receive the waste from domestic, from commercial, and from the institutional sources and to remove the material that damage the water quality and compromise the public health and safety when discharged into the water receiving system per line. So it is a combination of unit operation and unit process developed to treat the sewage to desirable standard to suit effluent norms defined by a regulatory authority. So, sewage treatment plant, it is nothing but the treatment plant which is used for the treatment of domestic sewage, domestic wastewater. Okay, so where completely removal of solid organic matter, color, odor, and taste from that water, and finally that water is disposed into the land or over the land or into the water bodies. Okay, so that is called as sewage treatment plant. So also termed as STP. Okay. So where we are going to treat the sewage and domestic wastewater. Okay. So similarly, the next term that is called as ETP, that is effluent treatment plant. Okay. So this ETP is used in industries for the treatment of industrial wastewater. Okay. So same term you can also say industrial, effluent treatment plant. ETP, effluent treatment plant, which is a facility designed to receive the waste from industries and which remove all the toxic materials which damage the water qualities and which compromise the public health and safety when discharged into the water receiving bodies or land. Okay. So it also similar unit operation unit processes which used to treat that industrial waste. Okay. So that means the removal of BOD, color, COD, alkalinity, then volatile solid. Okay. So these all that carried out at the ETP effluent treatment plant, and finally after that this waste is disposed into the receiving system, that is water body or over the land. Okay. So that is called as ETP effluent treatment plant. The next term is CETP, that is a common effluent treatment plant. Okay, so the common effluent treatment plant, it is nothing but the collection of wastewater, that is collection of industrial wastewater from the different industries and give the treatment before discharging the effluent on a land or natural stream or river or lake as per the availability of disposal point. Okay, so what is the difference between ETP and CETP? So ATP, it is a individual treatment plant of each industry, and CETP, it is a common effluent treatment plant. So when every industry not possible to construct their own ATP, it is not possible to operate their own ETP, or either you can say the higher construction operation and maintenance cost of ETP, it is not favorable for smaller industries. So that's why they are preferring CETP, common effluent treatment plant. Okay, so 4 to 5 industries they comes together and they're going for the CETP, common effluent treatment plant. So the wastewater which collected from these different industries and give the treatment of that industrial waste at that CTP, and finally whatever that effluent which dispose what per the as per the availability of disposal point. Either they can recycle that effluent into the garden, either they can recycle that wastewater for the flushing and other purposes, or either they can dispose on a land or natural water bodies. Okay. So that is what the CETP, common effluent treatment plant, and ETP, effluent treatment plant. Okay. So next term, like sewerage it is nothing but the all system, that is collection, transportation, pumping and treatment of sewage. It is totally called as sewerage. Then sewage, it is a term which which term as the wastewater we generate from the bathroom, kitchen and wash basin. Okay, so wastewater we already discussed. The wastewater which include the both organic and inorganic constituents in soluble or suspended form. Okay, so this wastewater, either you can say domestic wastewater or either you can say industrial wastewater. So these are the general terms which are related with wastewater. Okay. So now what are the different sources of wastewater? The first one is domestic wastewater, which comes from the residential, commercial, and institutional area. Next one is industrial wastewater, which comes from the different industries like paper industries, pulp industries, sugar industries, cotton industries, dairy industries, distillery and brewery industries. Okay. So these different types of industries. Next, stormwater, that is water, rainwater. So these are the number of wastewater sources, and from there the wastewater is collected and treated, and after that going to be disposed in a disposal point. Okay, so these are the different characteristics of wastewater. So broadly, these characteristics of wastewater of industrial waste is classified into three types, that is physical characteristics, then chemical characteristics, and next biological characteristics of wastewater. Okay, so these characteristics also also related the term like sampling of wastewater and the analysis of wastewater. Okay, so what is in the sampling of wastewater and what is in the analysis of wastewater? Okay, so analysis the term that related to find out the characteristics of wastewater. The sampling is termed to indicate the collection of wastewater sample for the analysis purpose. Okay. So this sampling, that is graph sampling and composite sampling, and we analyze this industrial waste into lab, and we are going to find out the what is the characteristics of that industrial wastewater, what is the pH, what is the BOD, COD, dissolved oxygen, turbidity, acidity, hardness, solid of that industrial wastewater. Okay, so what are the different physical characteristics of industrial waste? What are the different chemical characteristics of industrial waste? What are the different biological characteristics of industrial waste? Okay, so that we are going to discuss in detail in lab.